Curtis, who are these dapper dudes in the Stand Firm banner?
This is, of course, our first president, George Washington, and our 17th president, Andrew Johnson.
Wow.
Yeah, and this banner, there's really nothing out there for Andrew Johnson. He was former governor of Tennessee, tapped by Lincoln to run in 1864. The previous, we're gonna put this down.
Let's put this down.
The previous vice president was Hannibal Hamlin from Maine. And I think Lincoln's thought process was, you know, I got to start carrying some of these border states.
Right.
So he picked a guy that was a former governor of Tennessee.
So it's interesting with these vice presidents, you get somebody like Truman, who was literally an accidental president, who literally, you know, the famous letter, the heaven and stars have bursted open, I'm president of the United States. Yeah. None of these guys, like Johnson, ever thought they'd be president. So now he's thrust into the most controversial time in our history, Reconstruction.
Yeah.
He's controversial.
Yeah.
And there's no shot he's ever gonna be president again.
Right.
And now they're gonna impeach him.
Yeah.
So like nothing was saved, right?
No. What we think happened, where we think this banner was hung, on Washington's birthday in 1866, he gave a speech in Washington, D.C., likely probably near the Capitol building. And we believe that this banner was hung there. It shows George Washington and, of course, Andrew Johnson. And on the back of it, there's a quote from Abraham Lincoln from one of his famous speeches. So that's where we believe this came from. And what's interesting about these textiles, that they survived the ravages of time.
At all.
I mean,
It's
this
amazing.
thing was outside. What probably happened, let's really get a good look at this.
So what is it? It's like a
Cotton,
a
muslin,
button?
cotton.
Okay.
And you'll see it says, our union as it was.
And this is hand painted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so think about this. This is hand painted that it survived. I mean, there's no restoration.
No, and on the back, it's a double-sided banner. We really should show the back. If we can, we want to be careful with it.
Here, hand me your side.
There we go. And if you see on the back, this looks very uncoordinated, but I think we're going to do it.
Okay, we got it.
Very important quotes. The Constitution, as our forefathers made it. I mean, it's just incredible. And again, if you are a collector of presidential textiles, this is the only one. You know, people use the term unique to pieces that truly aren't unique. This definitely falls into that category.
And again, in a really important point in American history, because we've come out of this divided Civil War.
Yep.
Lincoln's assassinated. The South is in trouble, you know, and there's still great animosity. And now what do? How do we compensate? How does this all work out? And then you have this president who is waffling on a lot of issues, not towing the political line, and really unpopular.
Right. They say Lincoln's, you know, when Booth killed Lincoln, he thought he was going to be this superstar, a hero of the South. He thought they were going to put statues up. The people in the South, when Lincoln died, they were like, oh no. You know, they knew that he was going to be magnanimous and helpful to the South. And when he was assassinated,
they were done.
No, it was horrible.
And this was their worst nightmare.
Yeah, having Andrew Johnson was the worst nightmare. Lincoln was going to be the savior, and unfortunately, Booth took that away from us.
So what we love about sharing this stuff with you is that, you know, like all these stories of history, what brings these pieces to life, how they fit in the puzzle, how they fit in the equation of time and stuff. So again, if there's anything in the future you want to see, you can email Curtis and I. Would love to bring more things out and talk about them and show them to you. But this is kind of what we do all day, and this is what inspired us to do these videos, because we felt like we wanted to share these things.
Absolutely.
And you know, because we run around and look at these things and like, my God, it's so cool, and we get Ackerman in, and we, you know, it's like we want to share these stories.
Right, exactly.
So good luck at the auction.
On September 25th and September 26th, again, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.